Hey folks, Daily Landsblog here, and sometimes I become overwhelmed by the effect that we, SickNotWeak, can have on people. And I've never really been very good at saying, hey, look at me, look what I've done. Now, that may be contrary to the way you perceive me, but I'm much more comfortable saying good job to someone than I am hearing good job to me. But just, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago, Casey and I, hey Case,
Hey.
were, well, I was trying to fill up my tire with air. Now, that's an interesting story in itself. My tire has been flat now for, about 3 months. I just keep filling it up. You'd think, well, you should probably get a new tire. Yeah, you would think that. But I didn't have the right change for it, so some guy walks by and he goes, wait a sec. Hey, Mr. Landsberg. He said, I used to be a barista over at the Starbucks. My name's Andrew. I said, oh, well, nice to see you. He said, you did something for me that I remember to this day, and I will never forget it. I said, well, what did I do for you? He said, you asked me what my name was. And I said, well, like, why would that resonate with you? He said, because I suffered from depression. And I knew that you talked about depression. And I knew that, that you had sort of dived into this world that I was living in. And the fact that you just asked me my name made it really more personal. And he said, he said something funny. He goes, man, I won't let anyone slam you now. When people insult you, I always stand up for you. In Case, what did you say?
Said, how often does that come up in your daily life?
And then there was this from Bob McKenzie, of course. You know who Bob McKenzie is, probably the best known hockey guy in this country, maybe outside of Don Cherry, 1.4 million Twitter followers. He does a thing called the Bobcast. And he was talking about his struggle this past week. No idea that Bob had ever struggled. But I know enough about this to say just because you don't know that someone struggled doesn't mean that they don't. So listen to what he said.
And so yeah, there seemed to be a lot of emotional things over the course of this week that maybe affected the way I approached my job. And it got me thinking a little bit about this is the time of the year when a lot of people do struggle with a lot of feelings. And earlier this week on Monday night, as a matter of fact, I know my colleague Michael Landsberg from TSN, who does an amazing job of really trying to help people because of the problems he experienced with mental health issues.
I have to say, of all the things that I've heard, that really touched me because, I mean, Bob and I have worked together forever, and I've always kind of had him up here, and everybody does, right? I mean, Bob is the hockey guru, and just hearing that he even knew what it was I was doing was just something really special. So you don't know who you're going to touch. And I guess what I did in this Landsblog was boast that some guy said something nice to me and Bob McKenzie said something nice to me. But that's not why I did it. The reason why I did it is that you can experience this too. You just share. You share with someone and you never know who you're going to touch. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. And I'm so inspired. I might make it 365.
I'm taking one day off.
Yeah, me too.